What's up, folks? Well, here it is. This is my latest project here. This is my ultra elevator in multi-floor form, and I finished this around the holidays. I just haven't got a chance to make a video on it, and here it is. Um, Very cool elevator, very fun to figure out. But I did this elevator already about a year ago. And it's called the Ultra Elevator, and it's just an up and down elevator, and it has call function. And I also did a tutorial on it. And I said then I was going to make it a multi-floor, and I've made several since, and finally put my mind to it and figured it out. This elevator, very cool. The design, the basis of the design is based off of this unit here, which was designed by Morezy back in about 9 years ago or so, back in 1.9, somewhere there. And he built an elevator with this, and he called it the endgame elevator. But he used note blocks and observers for the whole thing. It's a really cool elevator. But I wanted to make it with, redstone and redstone dust and all that in this fashion, and here it is. He had talked of making a multi-floor, and haven't seen it. So here it is. This is a very cool concept, and that's all it is right there. Very simple to build. Now, if there is, when the slime block is down here, touching the piston, there needs to be a gap here. If these two blocks are reversed this way, it's not going to work. Just a heads up. But so if you take 3 units and put them together, stagger them, and then that's how your elevator is formed. So you've got one here on the right, the middle, the left, the right, the middle, the left, and then it reverses on the way down. So now in my tutorial, I came up with this. The yellow circuit is the up circuit, and the blue circuit is the down circuit. And it takes 4 ticks for this to go from here to here. So in each, for each unit, we've got 1, and a torch over under here is 2, 3, and then there's 4. So that's why I came up with this design here, or actually use this design for this elevator. And then feeding these directly, it just worked out perfectly, actually. And then coming up with this for the down function here. And these are, you can't do 1 repeater with 4 ticks, it just won't work. So this sends a 2-tick pulse through, not a 4-tick pulse. So anyway, but yeah, so here it is. And I'll show you a couple of features on it. Let's see, it's a very fast elevator. Let's see, let's go up. Oh, let's go up to 7. Now, what goes on here is, let's see, we've got a lot of things going on here. I guess to start with, when this block is in this position, the door will be open, because what it does here, it accepts a signal from here, and then it makes this circuit a closed circuit, allowing the signal to go through here, and then in it activate that torch. That torch will then activate this memory cell here, this kind of face style memory cell. activate your indicator lamp. It'll also activate these blocks here. Well, this is the first floor, so there's one block. But when you go up, you have one for up and down. This is the call function. All right, this is down here because the elevator is not at the floor. So basically, in any elevator, there's some principles that apply no matter what. So most elevators are based around where the elevator is at the time. So if the elevator's up here, for example, then this will activate. These blocks will be up in the air, that type of thing. So where the elevator's at is basically how you build your elevator based on the needs of that. So once you get these few principles down, you'll pretty much can build any multi-floor. You just have to start understanding all the dynamics of redstone. And let's see here. Okay, so let's go up. Show you what goes on here. Now, when it goes up, this block here is going to be put back. It's going to be pushed over to here, and then this piston is going to pull it up, and it's going to store this block. And if you go up here, you're going to see all these blocks are stored. All right, and then we'll talk more about it from there. So we're going to go up to 7. All right, door closes, blocks in storage. As you can see, it is pretty quick. Let's see, where are we here? There it is. And you saw basically everything happen here. This block here, the lamp, the memory cell, those blocks back there, and everything on floor 1 went back to its neutral state. So let's see here. You got a lot of cool things. You've got your transmitter here, which does a few things, and this is a filter which filters the signal, whether you're going to go up, which is here, or whether you're going to go down, which is this circuit. And the filter is here. And I think most of you guys understand how that works. So it sends a signal to the elevator to send it up or down. It also, down in here, if we can get down in here, let's see. Down in here is a counter. Hang on one second here. So it sends a signal to the elevator itself, and then here's a counter. So say we're on floor 7 now. Say if we're going to go up to floor 10. So this is going to throw a 10 here. And then that 10 is going to end up through there. Then it's going to end up there as well. All right, and then this counter is going to in turn push this block out for a duration of 10. And that's what it does. It turns a value into a duration. That's my usual MO for elevators these days. It's going to go down, the duration is going to go down this wall because of that piston. And it's going to come all the way down. Signal's going to go down here, across here. And it's going to go up this bubble column. And here you have your receivers. All right, and then what it does, it takes a duration. This comes across for the count of 10. So this will come across here, redstone block. And then your 10 is going to be filtered in here, and it's going to turn it back into a value. The value goes through this filter, and depending on the floor that you choose, your particular receiver is going to choose that floor, and then it's going to lock the elevator. So we're on floor 7 now, where the light's on, and we're going to go up to 10, so we want to stop the elevator on the way up. So this gold block is to the right. So that means the signal is going to come through here. It's going to sneak down here. All right, and the signal goes to both repeaters here. But depending on where this block is, it'll send the signal here, which is your lock for the elevator coming down. And this is your lock for the elevator going up. So we want to stop it going up. So this block is going to accept the signal here, and it's going to go through here. And what it's going to do is this piston is going to pull this terracotta block back, and it's going to interrupt the signal going up, therefore stop the elevator. And as well, the signal will make this redstone, and then this observer will pick up that signal, and it'll reset this back into a neutral state after the elevator stopped. And it also does the same thing for the down function. This is the lock for the down function. And if you choose a floor, if you want to stop the floor on the way down, well, this would come up here. All right, and then the signal would be interrupted and it won't flow, so the elevator is going to stop. But just like over there, this observer is going to pick up the signal and it'll reset this and put this block back here after the elevator stops. So again, it resets back to neutral. I always like to have the elevator in a neutral position, so it's ready to accept a command, whether it's riding it up or down or calling it up or down. So that's basically how that works. And then as well, so now when the elevator reaches this floor, you have under the elevator, you have this observer here, and it sends a signal over to here, which sends a signal up here, and that's what determines your, depending on where the elevator's at, all these gold blocks, you can see that they're to the left, but then they switch and switch to the right. So that determines automatically which lock is going to be thrown. Also over here you have these gold blocks as well, which change depending on where the elevator is at. You can see they're out, and then above here they're in. Well, this is where the elevator's at. So those determine whether the signal is going to go up or down for your call function. Let's see, this dark green circuit is the resets for the door, and you need resets, 4 of them, up and down, and also calling up and down. So that's what those are. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of this elevator. I don't want to go into too much detail. There is a lot to it, but then again, I think you can understand enough just with a few examples. Let's see. What else? It's got your note block here. Your note block fires it. Now this is I've been coming up with this design here the last few elevators. I'm starting to figure out really how to use these comparators properly. But but I keep coming up with a different design, and I'm trying to narrow it down. So far, I've got this to where it can lock the elevator, send it in a direction up or down, and it can also work the call function. So I'm just trying to refine it. I'm doing another elevator after this one, and I've got a different design yet of these. Well, kind of the same thing, but just a different scenario. So it's pretty cool. Once you understand the principle, you can use the same thing in different ideas. And the only way to do it is to make a lot of mistakes, and that's what I do. I make a lot of mistakes and figure things out. Anyway, so let's go up to 10. Let's see, let's ride the elevator up. Let's do that. So we come over here, and your hotbar is just as wide as a block, by the way. So if you're trying to center yourself, there you go. So here we are. We're going to go up to 10. And hopefully everything's working well today. Door closes. Up we go. Pretty nice view. And that's it. I should put a sign up here so when you're riding it, yeah, you know where you're at. So yeah, there's 10. And again, indicator light, memory cell. Now what activates the memory cell is, as I said before, you've got the torch that activates the door. So when that works, it sends a signal through here and activates your memory cell. And this is your very simple on and off switch for the memory cell. So that worked out pretty cool. And this here is another observer, grabs a signal from there, from the door operation, and comes through here, and it actually works this gold block over here. Let's see what we got. So this wall here, as you know, sends a signal down to this left side is for the signal goes down and then up the bubble column on the other side for the locks. And then this side wall here is for the call function. It sends a signal down and then sends it back up the bubble column. And then you've got this here. So these both are hooked up to the same piston. So when there's a signal sent for a call command, then these will pop up, and then depending on if the elevator is going to go up or down, then the signal comes across here. This is the red line here is for the calling down. And then to reset, when it gets called down, you have to reset the door. So that's what this is. This circuit kind of weaves through here. And gets sent down here, gets sent over there. And what it does is it sets the reset and puts this block back into storage. So anyway, that's pretty much the elevator in a nutshell. I don't know what to tell you. It was a fun build. I will be doing a tutorial on this. And what I'm going to do now, do this quickly, is I'm going to bring the elevator down to 1. And then I'm going to show you a few things. So I'm going to provide this. I'm going to provide a world download. But I'm also just going to show you a couple things to look for when you get the elevator. It's going to be, the elevator will be on floor 1. And I just want to show you a few things to look out for. Just, you know how Minecraft is. Sometimes something will move, or if the elevator will be missing some redstone blocks or something, and who knows what happens. But anyway, let's pull it down here. Now also, this elevator, I usually don't skin out the elevators. I've done it a couple times, but I do build the elevator with skinning it out in mind. So if you want to finish this elevator off, you can do that. I try to leave spaces where they need to be a space. Like there's most likely going to be a wall here, you know, to make your elevator shaft, and then, you know, you can skin the outside of it. But I try to keep it as uniform so you can build, you know, you can put sides on it and dress it up if you want. So let's see here. So we're on 1. As you can see, lights off, elevator's coming down, And again, like I said, she just goes rather quickly. Thanks to Morezy for this design. I always love his elevators. I thought he did a fantastic job on all his elevators, and this idea I just thought was cool. Fun to put together. Um, and hope he sees this elevator because his design here is now, many years later, a multi-floor. So now when you get the elevator, this is going to be on the first floor. The first thing to look for is when the elevator's on a floor, the block will be here, as I said earlier. But aside from that, everything else, these diamond blocks are all in a storage position. They're in storage right above here. So this piston can operate and nothing's going to happen. That allows the elevator to pass by and not open the door if you don't call that floor. So that's one of the things to look for. The next thing is to make sure that when the elevator's on the first floor, all these gold blocks are all the way to the right. All right, and if the elevator is all the way up to the 14th floor, then all these blocks will be to the left. So just make sure they're to the right because this is your up block. So the elevator is going to do nothing but go up from the first floor. And then on this side, you've got all these gold blocks that are going to be in. So if the elevator is down, all the way down, they're going to be in. All right, make sure that these diamond blocks are down except for where the elevator's at. And they need to be up. Where the elevator's at, this memory cell, make sure that where the elevator is, this memory cell is on. And of course this light will be on. All right, let's see. Now the elevator's all the way down, so these slime blocks need to be against the bottom piston. All right, and if this was all the way up to the 14th floor, then all these will be up to the top piston. So I think that makes sense. Make sure all these honey blocks are in line. If they're not, just take a redstone block and pull them back. That's all. If they were, because for whatever reason, sometimes you might find it out here for whatever reason. So just pull it back. No big deal. I don't know. I think that's it. You know, if you have any questions, reach out. But let me know what you think of this elevator. Actually, it took me a while to figure it out, but here it is. So, peace out, enjoy, and see you in the next one.